Don't forget to like and subscribe to Jolie Knots Crochet. Hit share, go ahead and share with your friends, or you can hit that little bell to get notifications when new patterns release.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Jolie Knots Crochet. I'm Crystal and today we're going to learn how to do the thermal stitch. Now the thermal stitch, personally, I like it for hot pads. It is worked pretty much as a double. It's like a double-sided. I personally also like the variegated yarns a little bit better than the solid color ones because you can kind of see how the stitches all look so different, or the coloring comes through with the stitches really nicely. Now, the way that we work these are in the back loop only of the round or the row that we're working in, and the unworked loop from the previous round. So I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to do that. The yarn that we are using today is Red Heart Scrubby Smoothie yarn. This is 3 ounces with 131 yards. Now if you're using this as a hot pad, of course, you use cotton so it doesn't melt if you're going to be taking things out of the oven, stuff like that. Now if you are making a blanket, definitely, of course, feel free to use any yarn that you like. That's not going to be an issue. When you're working up this pattern, it is a good idea to go up a stitch size. Otherwise, your work might get a little bit stiff and not as flowy as you'd like it if you're working on an Afghan or something like that. So in order to get started, we're just going to go ahead and take a slip knot. And what we're going to do is chain any multiple of the size that you are going for. I'm just going to chain 10. So that I can show you. Now, when you are working into your chain, you are going to turn your chain and we're going to work into the back humps, okay? So I chained 10. I should have 9 single crochets. This stitch can be worked in single crochets and it can be worked in half doubles. It can also be worked in double crochets, but I don't think that it looks very clean. I think it kind of looks a little sloppy in double crochets, but that's just my personal opinion. So working down our chain in our back hump, I am almost there. All right. That's our first row. Now for our second row, we are going to chain 1. And working into the back loop only, we are also going to pick up the loop from the chain down here underneath our single crochet row. So we should have 3 loops on our hook. So this is your chain here. We've worked our single crochets, just like that. We've turned our work and we've chained 1 into our first stitch, back loop only, and then the chain showing underneath your single crochet row. And we're just going to put a single crochet. Really simple. It's all about your hook placement on this. This is single crochets or half doubles. Really simple. Back loop only, going through the loop left on your chain. Here we are in the last one. I'm going to go through the top of our last stitch, just the same way we would have in our previous stitches, and through the bottom of your last chain. One row repeat. Super, super easy. So now that you've worked your first row of single crochets, you've worked your second row of single crochets through the back loop only and through your chain, this row right here is going to be your repeat. So here we go. Chain 1. Turn your work. Here's what your work looks like on one side, and here's what it looks like from the top. You've got your V's from your single crochet row, and then you've got your loop left unworked from the previous row. That's how we're going to be working. So through the back loop only of your first stitch, and then through the unworked loop from your row before. And we're putting a single crochet. Back loop only, loop left unworked from the chain from the row before, single crochet. And that is it. And that's all we're going to do. We're just going to keep repeating back loop only, loop left unworked, all the way down your row to whatever size you want. This would make a really, really beautiful warm blanket. Alright, so here we are at the last stitch. Your stitch does start to get a little bit hidden, so just be careful and work it cautiously. I've got both loops on there. Single crochet, chain 1, turn your work, back loop, first stitch down here, loop left unworked, single crochet. And that's all you're going to do. And as you keep going, you're going to see all of the colors of your variegated yarn really just coming through. If you keep your tension the same, you'll be able to kind of begin a color pooling. If your tension is going to change, then you're going to see different, colors through all your different patterns, different designs through them. So if you're interested in color pooling those, keep your tension worked the same. There's a website online where you can check out the designs and how many stitches. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. This is how you make the thermal stitch. When you finish off, you're just going to finish off with a single crochet through all of your loops, and then slip knot and weave in your ends, and that's it. So this one, like I said, I'm making it for a hot pad, but you can make hats, beanies, afghans, whatever warm items you like. Thank you everybody for watching Jolie Knots Crochet. I'm Crystal. Go ahead and find us on Facebook. Subscribe to our channel, share with your friends, and hit that little notification bell so you can get notified when new patterns release.